So have you ever woken up and your house is freezing cold? Well, that's one of the issues one of my customers is dealing with today.
Today on the Lumberjack Chronicles.
So there's many ways to check and see if your wood is seasoned, and this is one of the ways that I check. So we just had a customer get a hold of us and let us know that their house is freezing. It is, well, it's not freezing, it's about 50 degrees in there, which is cold enough. And we have a bunch of snow that has been dropping and keeping the temperatures really low. So we're gonna get them over some emergency face cord of wood. That's what we're gonna do today. Well, actually this morning, that's what we're gonna get done. And then we need to get a couple of other orders done because we are behind in those orders. But anyways, we're gonna get to that. We just split a bunch of wood and we have to go find it because it's under the powdered snow right now, and this is how we do it. And so the powder's covering it. I'm not going way back there in this deep snow to go get the stacked stuff back there, but I did pull some logs up during this time of season. I always bring some stuff up here so that we can start splitting it up closer towards the vehicles and the road and stuff like that, because taking it way back there is not as accessible to having it way as close right here, right? That is where most of it's at down there. Which this customer won't matter for because we're just gonna get them some seasoned ash. It's hardwood ash that we're getting them, but I do have a customer that needs cherry and oak or maple. No, they want cherry and maple. So we'll have to go down there for that. We'll be there for that. I need to get over and get a vehicle. I don't know if I'm gonna use the dually or I'm gonna use the 4-wheel drive pickup truck right now. Which one's gonna be easiest because the roads have not been plowed that well. The extra weight might help me with the dually. What do you guys think? I might just take the pickup. I think I'm gonna take the pickup. It's just gonna be easier to load it and unload it. And honestly, I think that I can move around a lot better if I do have to go into the yard or any of this thick snow that is playing around. And I know the big dually has a lot of weight. It could probably get through all that snow in the dump truck, but I would hate to get that thing stuck. That would not be any good. So I think we're gonna take the 4-wheel drive Dakota with the unloader, the roller attachment. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but it has like a roller attachment that unloads the wood. You get them like at Harbor Freight or Lowe's or other places like that online, and it just makes the unloading part a lot easier. It's not a dump, but it makes it a lot easier. So I'm gonna get over there, get a vehicle. I'm gonna get over here, load up some wood, then we're gonna get over there and deliver it to them so they can get their house warm as quickly as possible. Stack this load. We'll have to stack this load because this is only a 5 or 5.5 foot bed, something like that. It might even be shorter. And I want to try to get as much in here as possible for these guys, at least a face cord. And that was my whole thing on trying to pick whether I was going to use a dump truck or use this vehicle right here. And I just think that I'm going to be a little more stable in the yard to be able to move around in this thing than I am in the big one. And I really just don't want to get that thing stuck. So we're going to load this thing up. I'm going to stack it in here. We're going to stack it tall like this, and I'll show you what that's like at the end. We'll just stack rows like this. Here, and here, and here, all the way along. About 4 foot high, 3 foot high. We won't go 4 foot high, we'll go 3 foot high. We'll just make these rows. I should be able to get 4 of them all the way back, like this. 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll just go boom, 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 and that's what we're gonna do. So I'll show you that in a minute. How many of you guys bury your money in the snow? Look at that. There's many ways to check and see if your wood is seasoned, and this is one of the ways that I check. So these are a couple of green pieces of wood. That means they're wet, right? Listen to the sound. Hear how solid that is? Doesn't echo very much. Check this out. This one is seasoned. Hear that echo? All right, so that's about packed up. I don't quite have enough in here, so I'm gonna go to a different spot. I'm gonna load up a little bit more, but I'm gonna load it up to about this spot, and that is a face cord. This thing fits a face cord in it. I've measured it out before, and it fits a full face cord in there. We're gonna get in the truck, we're gonna go deliver this thing. I'm gonna strap it down probably a little bit. That's something I always do. I do strap these ones down. I don't want these things coming loose or sliding around out there. It'll probably be okay, but We're gonna put some straps on it. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get this thing strapped down. We're gonna get in the truck. We're gonna go over to this customer's house, get it dumped off. We're gonna get back over here and get this thing filled back up because it is empty. We need to get the 50 rack filled up. We need to get these racks filled up. We need to get some more bundles out here. We got some work to do. All right, so we're in the truck and we are on the way to this customer's house. We need to get this done and then get back there and get that roadside stand filled up. So emergency, yeah. Is this an emergency? Yeah, we're gonna call it an emergency because their house is cold. All right, so we're getting over there. We tried to get this done as quickly as we can. I think it took us like 25 minutes or so, 30 minutes or so total so far. And it's gonna take us another 10 minutes to get over to their house. So within the hour, they had really good heat. Do I charge extra for that? Do I charge extra for emergency service? Well, to be honest with you, I would in normal circumstances. It all depends on the situation, but we are feeling awfully jolly. So that's something we're actually doing as a little bit of a favor. All right. I think we have arrived. Check it out. Where are we going? Yeah, this is the driveway. Okay, and we need to stay right at the Y. Stay right at the Y. Where's the Y? I think the Y is coming up. We're gonna find out. Yep, there's the Y. And we're gonna go that way. To the right of the Y. Look at that. 4-wheel drive. We're gonna go over there somewhere. Somewhere between the spool. Oh no, it's over there. Stay left. We gotta go over there. Way over there. I see the spool. It's over there. Yeah, so recorrection there. We need to go to the other side, and we're supposed to stay left, not right. Maybe they wrote left, right. I don't really know. Didn't she say stay right? I think she did. But we're gonna find out. I don't really know. I got the wrong directions, I'm pretty sure, because I got a picture, and they showed me a spool and a pallet. And that's what that looks like over there, is a spool and a pallet over by the yard. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we just got back. I didn't get to film all of that delivery. The customer was outside, and they didn't want to be on film. So we didn't do that, but we did dump off all that was back there. It is no, and we are back now to pick up and work on some more wood over here. So that's where we're at. But that delivery did go successful. We did get that wood over to them, and that's that. So I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say, I guess. That was just all speedy for a minute. But now I gotta go work some more, which is cool. But there's a lot of snow and I don't really want to. But see, that's another thing. That's a great point. Great point.